Okay, it's Drake and Ramstein, and Ramstein is on a 3rd and goal from the 2 here. Halfway through the first quarter, no score. Off tackle, Brad Muster. He gets in. So we catch the first score. Ramstein up 6-0. Pat Leahy on for the extra point. I rushed to get on here, so give me a sec while I get set up. Right back. Okay, we are at least pretty good. About to jump away for one more second here. Drake cut out to the 35 to start off. And run Brooks. Get 2, Anthony Munoz on the block. 2nd down and 8. Got the phone plugged in, have the cigar in hand. What else? Orioles on TV in the background. I think that's everything I need. Guessed wrong. Short pass is incomplete, as the defender is a 4, and he makes the play guessed wrong to bail out the Ramstein defense and bring up a 3rd and long for Drake. Presumably their first possession. If we have a sec, we'll check that. 3 wide. Short pass to Mathis. DeBerg's strength is his short pass, but incomplete here. So Drake got forced to punt. Gets off his biggest punt, which is 51 yards. Returned for 6. And here comes Ramstein. So let's take a look here at the standings that we have, which may or may not be correct. Ramstein got off to a good start, but now sits 1 game below 500. Important game here at 6-7. Drake looking pretty good at 5-3. But 6-3 doesn't look anything like 5-4. So really an important game for both sides with playoff implications. Long pass for Fernandez, almost intercepted. Incomplete. The average defense of Draycott can't bring it in. A good defense makes that play, makes the interception on the 6 split. 3rd down, 9 upcoming. Jim Kelly in the shotgun. Jim Kelly, a strong passer. Among the league leaders in many categories. Flat pass to Fernandez. Nobody's home. Gets 8, 1 yard short. 4th and 1. Ramstein will punt from their own 27. Presumably. Let's see. Thinking about it. And here's the punt. 42 yards. And it's a fair catch. So Drake starting what we believe is their 2nd possession here. Indeed, it is 3 and out on the 1st. It was a 13-play opening drive for Ramstein that gave him the 7-0 lead, of which we caught the tail end. Off tackle James Brooks. He's going to get 18 thanks to the boxes and up to the 49-yard line. Too tight. See this formation often from Drake. Metzelart brings in extra blocking for James Brooks, who likes to run around the ends. And that, we haven't talked to Michael about it, but I assume that's the thinking. I guessed wrong. Flat pass here. 17 big yards for Keith McKellar. Up to the Ramstein 34. Step away for a second. right, flat pass again. Guess wrong. This time the Metzlars doesn't do as much damage on his card. Doesn't come up here. 0 men there, 10 yards. Up to the Ramstein 24. Draycott making it look easy so far on this drive. Doing it in the flats. Let's take a look. Short pass, Rob Moore. He's double teamed. Incomplete. Take a look at the notebook for Ramstein. They're good against the run, average against the pass. And Draycott is average. So after the nice double team on first down, puts him in a second and long. Short pass to Moore. 3 men in zone, guessed right. Rob Moore versus that 4. Gets the 5 white die this time, complete for 11 yards, first down. Inside the red zone now to the 13. Sticking too tight. Flat pass, James Brooks. Incomplete. DeBerg's hole on 7 shows up. Second down and 10. Had the guessed wrong opportunity. Been very successful in the flats so far. DeBerg's 26 out of 36 and hits the 7 off tackle. James Brooks guessed wrong. Needs 10 for the first down, 13 for the score. But Hugh Green tries to step in. Can't make the play. 3-yard gain up to the 10. So playbook open here at the 10-yard line. However, contain is on, importantly. Facing a blitz. And Draycott calls timeout. I did not catch the change of personnel there by Draycott. This time, no blitzing from Ramstein. Short pass Metzlars. He's double teamed. What a call on this 3rd and 7. Incomplete. Wow, on the receiver roll. Trying to figure out here if he would have brought that in. He would have prevented the touchdown. What a double team. Here's Gary Anderson. He barely makes it. It's good, and it is 7-3. So a couple nice defensive calls. Holds Draycott to 3 points, and Ramstein maintains its lead as we're into the second quarter now. Ramstein has Thornton at tight end. Don't know much about his card. Worth taking a peek. Not much going on there. Brings 5 blocking. Muster and Harmon. And here comes Harmon. And Muster can't make that block. He's a 4. White die shows up. -1. 2nd and 11. Muster and Harmon have had success. They're not household names, not the best and brightest cards, but I think it highlights a lot about this set. Don't need the best runners to put together a running game. Off tackle Muster, and the white die does not cooperate. Uber linebacker Ken Harvey is there to make the play to make it 3rd and 13. When I say Uber, I mean Uber. 6, 6, 12, 12. Just maxed out all the way. Brings up a 3rd and very long for Jim Kelly. Jim Kelly gets 13 on 7. So short pass very much in play here. And he goes short pass to Galt. He's not double teamed. It's incomplete. On the receiver card, blitz not coming. Avoid the sniper scope and also avoid some chunky receptions on Galt's card. 4th down, another punt for Ramstein. 41 yards, but travels another 6 to make it a 47-yard net. And Draycott will start at the 27-yard line. 1st and 10, 12 minutes left, second quarter. A 7-3 game. Toon out against the 0. Rob Moore out against a 4. McKellar faces the 6. End run Brooks. Man is there. The end, Metzelaars makes the block. So it's a 3-yard gain. Linebacker up, prevented 6 yards, 6 additional yards for Drake. Makes it 2nd and 7. Off tackle, James Brooks. Can't get help from the offensive line there. 4 guard. Face the 5 white die. Just gets a yard with the linebacker in the zone. 3rd and medium. Goes to the shotgun. Brooks provides some blocking. It's a 4. Got this KC defensive line. Flat pass McKellar. Man is there, and it's a 6. 5 yards picked up. 4th and 1 from Drake at 36. Quickly decides to punch it away, liking the way his defense is playing right now. Straczynski, not the strongest leg, goes for 34 yards. Here comes the return. 9 yards. So, nice little return by Tim Brown. Ramstein now at 39. Flat pass, Muster. Nobody's home. Gets 6. Avoids plenty of sack opportunities. As Draycott brought some heat on that first down. So 2nd and 4. For Jim Kelly. Flat pass, Hernandez. Gets 5 yards thanks to the 5 white die. Fernandez is both these receivers facing, Fernandez faces the 4, Galt versus the 5. Thornton, not much of a threat versus the 0. Gotta wonder if we'll see some 3 wide, 2 running back here from Ramstein at some point. Flat pass, Ronnie Harmon, incomplete. Harmon, a good receiver, can't haul it in. 2nd and 10. Ronnie Harmon, this is his San Diego years, not his Buffalo years. He left Buffalo. Did he go to Buffalo after San Diego years or before San Diego years? End run Harmon, he gets 5, 3rd and 5. That's a good question. Not sure about that. Those are the only 2 teams I remember Ronnie Harmon on. San Diego and Buffalo. It's a nice end run wrong column, complementing Muster's good off tackle, inside running. Muster brings to the table. 3rd and 5 now. At the Drake at 45, you could see an attempt for a run here, especially with that good offensive line on the right-hand side. To make it a 4th and short or perhaps convert. That's in the cards. Ramstein seems to be leaning on some flat passing as well. Let's see what happens here. Kelly, an adequate flat passer. He does run it, and there is the first down. 19 yards for Muster as the boxes show up. Big gain to the Draycott 26-yard line. Pro set. Harmon back in. Off tackle to Muster. Guessed wrong. Gets 8. You see that off tackle wrong column. It's an efficient column. Can move the chains. 2nd and 2. Ramstein was the last team to fill out their number 1 runner, and it was Muster. And here he hits the dreaded 5. So 3rd and 2. Only a couple chances to not get the first down. It's 5. 31 out of 36. He converts. And it's the dreaded 5. So 3rd and 2. Flat pass, Muster. Guessed right against the 4. The 6 roll on the white die leads Muster all the way down to the 1-yard line. 1st and goal for Ramstein. Full house backfield. Short pass, Thornton gets wrong, and Thornton brings it in on his card. So maybe a modest card, but he finds the short pass wrong completion for the touchdown. And Ramstein opens up a 14-3 lead if Leahy can knock this through. And he does. He's 2 through 12. So a couple good drives by Ramstein is giving them the lead. And there's a 59-yard return. Dennis Gentry comes up big when Draycott needs it with 4:30 left in the half. Puts him at the Ramstein 26-yard line to start off. Gentry had a great card, Super Bowl year. Probably was low carries, but full of short gains, I recall from my youth anyway. 1st and 10, end run Brooks. Does not get help from the tackle. Getting the end run wrong. Doesn't get help from the white die either. 2nd and 10 now for Draycott. Brooks, a first-round selection for the squad. DeBerg, the second-round selection. Brooks has 20 carries in all, 14 left here. Draycott can drown him. Here's an end run to Brooks. Guessed wrong. This time, Munoz. Going to the left side, makes the block. Can't break through contained, though, so 3rd and 5 here from the 21. Again, going to the defensive card. On a Brooks end run. Brooks not so strong on the line buck. Flat pass more. He's double teamed, but the 2-yard completion comes in. 4th and 3. Very quickly, Gary Anderson on the field. And the field goal kicker from Syracuse University connects, makes it 14-6. With 2:24 left first half. The return brings us to the warning. And Ramstein has 80 yards to go and 2 minutes and all their timeouts. Draycott used one earlier for formations. Long pass, Galt in the sack comes through. Lost to just 5 yards, though. Gerald Williams makes the sack. Don't remember him. Remember him as a baseball player. I think he just passed away. The Yankees, Gerald Williams. And Draycott takes a timeout here on this 2nd and 15. Pro set. Neither Harmon nor Muster are a short gain monster. But runs it anyway and gets back into medium territory here for this 3rd down. 3rd and 7 from the 28. Very much well within the range of Kelly's short pass. Can he do it in the flats? He can on 7. Draw to Muster. Looking for the defensive card now. Gets it, but he fumbles. It's recovered by the offense. Only picked up a yard because of the nose tackle being a 5. So that will bring us to 4th down. No advancement possible. Noted right here by the scroll. So Ramstein avoids disaster. But now we'll punt with 1:15 left in the half. The punt travels 49 yards. 21-yard return puts Draycott in position to get some points here before the half expires. Terrence Mathis on that return. Draycott will get the ball at the start of the 3rd quarter. So looking to double up here. Down 8 points. Brooks has seen a lot of the ball in this first half. Long pass to Rob Moore. Guest right man is back there. DeBerg complete on 9-10. Almost incompletes. Almost intercepts it on the 7. So it brings up 2nd and 10. Stays too tight. And goes to 3-4 here. Has the option of nickel, but goes 3-4. Short pass out 2. 3 men in zone, guessed right. Against a 0, gets 15 big yards. And gets into Ramstein territory at the 42. Time to look at the Draycott kicking situation. Gary Anderson is above average in the 40s. And as you'd expect, not so good deep. Noticed he could miss an extra point as well. I don't think Anderson missed one in his whole career at Syracuse. Flat pass, James Brooks. Almost intercepted. Well, not really. It's a 2-3 split. 2nd and 10. The reason you have DeBerg is because of those strong interception splits. Even guessed right. Looks more like a modern quarterback in that respect. 30 seconds left. No timeouts for Draycott. Off tackle to Brooks. Going to run the clock here. Only gets 2. Does not fit the plan for Draycott there. He was looking for a chunk. And now he's sort of forced into a box here. With the hurry up, he'll be down to 8 seconds, and I assume that's what he'll do. Spiking it would drive the 4th down. Yeah, he does do the hurry up. There's a case to be made for spiking it there. If you don't think Ramstein's going to get back in field goal range, you trust your D, try to give yourself an extra play. But instead, got 2 plays to work with. 3rd and 8, so now a nickel for Ramstein. Brooks will have 12 carries going into the second half. Unlikely to see a line buck from him here. Short pass McKellar against the 6. Guessed right. 3 men in zone. It's complete for 14 to the Ramstein 26-yard line. But that will... Did he get out of bounds? Looking. The white guy's been all over the place on that. Haven't been able to trust it. No, did not. And that will end the half. So couldn't get out. And that cost Draycott a shot at some points before the half expired. And here comes the kickoff to begin the second. From the goal line. 21-yard return. Much more modest return for Gentry this time. And Draycott stays too tight. On the first down, long pass incomplete. Sorry, got distracted there for a second. 2nd down and 10. I was looking for Altoon versus the 0. Altoon, not known as a long pass catcher, but when you have the 0 out there, you're going to take a shot or two, and you can see he's pretty decent. Not great, but decent. Certainly for the possession receiver that he's known. Here's long pass to Moore. He is known to be able to catch deep. Hits the 7 on the defensive card, incomplete, with no men back there against that 4. So it makes it 3rd and 10. Opportunity was unable to convert for Draycott. Had a chance there. Now 2nd and 10 turns to 3rd and 10. On this first possession of the second half, short pass McKellar. He's guarded by 6. Guessed right. Incomplete. Again, hits the interception split. Finding the interception splits often is DeBerg. He's 7 for 17 on the day, as you can see. And it's just a 37-yard punt. 15-yard return for Tim Brown. Puts Draycott in very good puts Ramstein in very good field position to start the drive. From the Draycott 43. Here's Jim Kelly and the pro set with Harmon and Muster behind him. End run Harmon, guessed wrong, nobody home. Hits the dreaded 5, but not so bad. Gets 3 yards. 2nd and 7. Most defenses don't fear these backs, but they can do damage. Short pass Thornton. Blitz coming, incomplete on Kelly's card. Finds that hole on 8. 3rd down 7 from the Drake at 40. Probably thinking 2 downs if he can get close. So sort of expecting some small ball here in the form of a flat pass or another muster run on 3rd down. It is a flat pass, and it's complete for just a yard. Avoids the interception. Barely. Again, a good defense brings that interception in. On the 5. Instead, the yard gain, 4th and 6. Decision time for Ramstein with holding a 14-6 lead, going to punt it. Coffin corner. And it's nicely done. Well, somewhat nicely done. 13-yard line is where Drake will start off the second drive of the 3rd quarter. Had some opportunities on the first series of down that didn't convert. Hoping to see those opportunities again. Sort of playing off a lot of Brooks and long passes. Here's a guessed right run from Brooks. Again, the defensive card. And it's a loss of 1 with no blocking back behind him. 2nd and 11. Jamie Mueller can come in, but he's just a 4. He would have made that block, though. Short pass Toon. He's sacked. Lost at 10. Back to the 2-yard line. Brings up a 3rd and 21. Neil Smith comes in from the defensive line. Up against Joe Walter. 48% chance. Hits. So Ramstein thinking 2 scored lead here if they can turn this good field position into points. First things first, though, is this 3rd and 21. McKellar has a chance to get some yards with no men out there. Short gain gets 19 of them back. 4th and 2. And Drake will punt. But that certainly helps field position. It tacks on 19 yards, so whatever happens here. And it's a 49-yard punt. So field position flipped nicely by Draken. Ramstein now looking at 70 yards to pay dirt with 9:36 left 3rd quarter. Short pass, guessed wrong, complete on the interception split for 12. First down from the 42. Short pass again to Thornton against the 0. This time Thornton can't haul it in his card. 2nd and 10. Opportunity missed for Ramstein. End run, Harmon. Guessed wrong. Gonna get 12. You're on the outside on the defensive card. So first down into Drake territory as we near the halfway point of the 3rd quarter. Long pass gulp. Nobody back there. Incomplete on the 7. Jim Kelly cannot make it happen. With a nice opportunity for Galt against the 5 corner. Back to 2nd and 10. Incomplete on the short pass attempt to Harmon. Makes it 3rd and 10. Jim Kelly has the short pass. One of a handful. Maybe half the set. You have a decent chance of bailing out your offense if you whiff on 1st and 2nd down. Kelly's one of those guys. Here's short pass Tim Brown. He's double teamed, incomplete. And that will mean a punt. Would have been complete guessed right. So nice double team by Drake. Gets him the ball back. 41-yard punt. The return goes for 21 again. Mathis hitting the 21 twice now. And Drake starts out at their own 37. Down 8 points. 6:54 left, third quarter. It has been a punt fest so far in the second half. Short pass, Metzelars. 3 men in zone, guessed right. And it's a 19-yard pickup. Right linebacker was busy doing something else. That left Metzelars uncovered. Even if the right linebacker was on the field, though, he wouldn't have made that play. So into Ramstein territory here. Short pass guessed wrong. McKellar, incomplete. Look at that short pass wrong from DeBerg. One of the best in the set. Hits the 10. That's a frustrating result for Drake. You hit that defender X. Well, you can have to live with that. You took that chance, but goes to DeBerg's card. You expect a completion. End run Brooks, looking for his card. Doesn't get it. Just gets 3, 3rd and 7. Brooks would have just picked up 2 yards there. You see the 10s he was hitting. He hit a couple of them and run wrong. Would have been 27 on his card. 3rd and 7. Flat pass McKellar. There's a man there. Guessed right. The defender makes the play. It was a 6. So 4th and 5, and they're at the Ramstein 39. That means it is go time for the Draycott offense. A 3-wide set. Not blitzing. DeBerg, decent flat pass. Not good. Flat pass to Brooks. He can catch it out there against the 4. Just gets 3 yards. It'll turn over on downs to Ramstein. And the defensive plays continue here in this third quarter. No points put up by either team. No team really even threatening. Ramstein starts off with a 6-yard run thanks to the tackle of Louis Sharp. It's a good tackle for many years for the Cardinals. I think this is the Cardinal offensive line. 2nd and 4. Guessed right this time. Harmon loses a yard. So knocks him out of containment zones into 3rd and 5 territory here from their own 41. Not the best matchup for a linebucker draw. Flat pass to Galt against a 4. One man there, guessed right, complete for 6. First down converted. Galt brings it in on his card. And Ramstein keeps the drive alive. Converting on 3rd down on the first series of downs. Flat pass again to Galt. 4 yards, 2nd and 6. As Ramstein moves into Draycott territory. Winding down the third quarter here with 2:06 left. Flat pass Muster against the 6 again to Kelly's card. Again finds the 4 yards on 5. Brings up a 3rd down and 2. Good offensive line here for Ramstein. Plenty of run blockers to help these guys. Short pass. Tries to cross him up. Doesn't do it. Guessed right, but Fernandez hauls it in for 14. First down into scoring territory. Ramstein trying to get this 2-score lead established. They have a shot to do it right now with 54 seconds left in the third quarter. Flat pass. Harmon, nobody's home. Blitz opportunities. Do not get there. Instead, to the zero men card where 15 yards is picked up, and into the red zone goes Ramstein with 18 seconds left in the third quarter. Draycott's got to dig deep here. Flat pass to Thornton, incomplete on the 11. And watching Kelly in a few games, he hits that 11 often. And for him, that's not an INT split. Off tackle, Mustard gets 4, brings up 3rd down 6 from the 12-yard line. I doubt that Ramstein gets too fancy here. Expect small ball on this 3rd and 6. Doesn't want to get kicked back get sacked and get kicked back to another field goal bracket. Wants to stay right here. Yeah, exactly. And here's the line buck. Just going to get 2. Brings up 4th and 4 from the 10. Chance for a 2-score lead. Palahian to try to do it. The kick is good. 17-6 Ramstein. 13:30 left, fourth quarter. Dennis Gentry back on the field. Only goes 19 yards. So Draycott will start at their own 22-yard line. Down 17-6. Into comeback mode officially is Draycott. Many pathways to get back in this real quick. Plenty of time. Too tight. Flat pass from Keller. Guess right. Man is home. Linebacker cannot make the play. He's a 4. 5-weight die means 6 yards. 2nd and 4. And Run Brooks is guessed right. He loses 3. 3rd and 7. Not a bad end run right column, but finds the loss. There are worse losses out there. So sitting at 3rd and 7 is not so bad. Brooks deterring any safety blitzing and probably avoidance of the sniper scope up 2 scores also drives the decision not to blitz. Short pass to Mathis. 4 men in zone. It's incomplete on Mathis's card. And look at that. Sniper scope would have come up if he blitzed. 4th and 7. And Drake got forced to punt with 11:24 left. 44 yards, gets a nice roll, and Ramstein's put back to their own 22-yard line here. It's time for Drake to bring the defense. Down 2 scores without the ball. Looking past Mustard. Guessed right, but nobody's home. 7-yard pickup. Second and 3. Long pass. Fernandez. Defensive back in zone. Makes the play. He's a 6. Ronnie Lott comes up big. Saves the day. 3rd and 3. And a guessed wrong long pass opportunity. Nice call, I'd say, by Ramstein. But the defender is there. The cornerback would not have made the play. End run, Harmon, guessed wrong. Just needs 3 for the first down. Gets 3. First down for Ramstein at their own 32, 9:36 left. Important first down to keep the clock moving. Start to play a little keep away if you can. Pro set. Off tackle, guessed wrong. Nobody home. 11 yards for Brad Muster. Would have been 1 man in zone if he went the other way. So good move there by Dennis. Going left to the weak side. Gets a quick first down again. Now up to the 43-yard line. With 9 minutes left. There's a 13-yard pickup. Ronnie Harmon brings it in. And just like that, Ramstein's into Drake territory, trying to add to its lead. 8:24 left here in this fourth quarter. Flat pass, Harmon. Incomplete. Went to Harmon's card. A strong card. But guessed right, finds the incompletion. 2nd and 10. Off tackle Mustard. Guessed wrong, man, it's there. No gain on the dreaded 5. 3rd and 10. Down to 7:30, the halfway point of this final quarter. And it's a big 3rd down and 10. Can Jim Kelly bring it home here? He's seen some double teaming, and there's short pass to Galt. He's not double teamed, they complete on the interception split. So 4th and 10, here comes a punt. It goes into the end zone, 1 yard too far. And that means Striker gets a touchback and has 80 yards to go. Needs 2 scores. Even a field goal obviously would just make it an 8-point game. So plenty of work to do now with 6:54, the time not on Drake's side. End run, Brooks looking for the big one. Doesn't get it to the defensive card again. It goes 3 yards. Brooks would have only had 2 on that 4, as we saw before. Plenty of big ones on his card, but the 4 would not have brought it home. 2nd and 7 again, testing Brooks, looking for the big play. Again, it goes to the defensive card. The guard, who's a 0, can't make the block on the 4 white die. 3rd and 4. His time is melting away. Draycott expected a chunk there. Instead, faces a tough 3rd down. Flat pass, Rob Moore. 2 men are there. Gets 2 yards. 4th and 2. Drakett's got to go. He'll take those 2 yards. They matter for sure here on this 4th and 2. Desperation time for Draycott. Probably the game here on the line. In all likelihood. Needs to find 2 yards. Does Ramstein sell out? No, they do not. Off tackle Brooks. He's not going to get it. McKellar cannot make the block. Oh, defensive card eating away at Drakett's running game. Ball turned over to Ramstein. Up 17-6. Now from the 28-yard line with 4:48 left. Let's take a look at the standings again here. This win will put Ramstein back, if they can hold on, I should say. Puts Ramstein back to 500. And who do they have left? Philadelphia, Emerald Isle, Pittsburgh. Philadelphia, Emerald Isle, and Pittsburgh. Emerald Isle has struggled. Certainly capable, though. 8-yard pickup there for Muster makes it 3rd and 3. Now with 3:36 left. From the 21, so works his way into a new field goal zone. And run is guessed right. 3 yards nonetheless from Harmon. Guessed right. Gets a big roll. And it says Ramstein gets the 1st down, yet we see a 4th and 1. So I'm confused, right? So Ramstein gets the 1st down right here. Yet it showed 4th and 1, and he hit a field goal. Meanwhile, Gentry returns at 59 yards again. Now, I've had that happen to other people. Haven't had it happen to me where the computer just sort of completely contradicts what you see. So I'm going to go back and take a closer look at this. 3 yards, 8 yards is 11. What am I missing here? You lose some yards here on first down? Yeah, I lost a yard, but that's 10. -1 plus 8 plus 3 is 10 yards. What happened? Wasn't fatigued. I don't know. Long pass, Burkett. 2 men back there. He's sacked for a loss of 8. It's again the KC line. This time the nose tackle comes through, makes the play. 2nd and 18. And this Gentry certainly has done his part today for Draycott, keeping him in the ball game here. Wasn't able to cash in, I believe, on that first opportunity. And starts off with a sack here, 2nd and 18. We hit the 2-minute warning. Four wide. Non-blitzing 3-3-5. Short pass, Mathis. Incomplete. Sorry, complete for 12. Complete for 12 on the interception split. Makes it a 4th and 6. Much more manageable. With 1:30 left, all his timeouts left. James Brooks joins him in the backfield here. It's do or die for Draycott. Likely to throw short. There's a case to be made to go deep. Flat pass against the 6 out there. Can he get 6 yards? No. Incomplete on DeBerg's card. And you see there, Harmon gets the fatigue ring. So he must have been fatigued and it just didn't pick it up. That must have been it. For whatever reason, we're a little bit out of sync. That must have been what happened. Draycott will burn through the timeouts here. Muster and Harmon now both get the Ring of Honor. I guess that was in sync, though. It's showing 2nd and 9, and now we do get Muster's ring. No fatigue on that first run. See, Muster's fumble guessed right is 33. Harmon's is just 17. He gets 8 yards on the play. Makes it 3rd and 1. And we are a 1-yard run away from the QB, Jim Kelly, taking a knee. It's an off tackle to Muster. He gets it, and that will do it. Ramsey with a big win. Got the invitation here. Let's take a closer look at Draycott. They're facing as Philly and Emerald Isle kicked off. Draycott falls to 5 and 4. Plenty of games left. Has Seattle on the schedule. Miami. Needham. Pittsburgh. Erie. South Florida. And Jersey. Not necessarily an easy road. There's no such thing as an easy road, but some of the higher power rated teams are on Draycott's schedule, including Jersey and Seattle. Mr. Stucci, welcome aboard.
That was frustrating.
So does James Brook does he have a card?
No.
I don't think he does. I didn't see it.
I'm about to flip out with this season. This is unbelievable. What is he, 3.8 yards a carry?
Not against me, he's not.
13-yard average. 13-yard average end run wrong. And I just can't seem to hit it. It's unbelievable. It is. It is. Yeah, it was such a joke. I had 9 carries left there on that last drive. I go, you know what? I'm just going to run them 3 out of 4 times here. See if I get a first down. I can't even get a first down.
Welcome, Dennis.
I can't even get one.
we are.
It's unbelievable. He made some great calls today. And that first drive, Dennis,
Yes.
you had me pulling my hair out over here. 3rd and 10, first down. 3rd and 8,
Oh, I
first
know.
down. 3rd and 8. All right, you get 7, 4th down. You get it on 4th down. Then I'm like, what the hell? So you're 3 for 4 and 1 for 1 on 4th downs. I was just like, what the hell? I mean,
Yeah, that opening drive was huge for me. I had a lot of 3rd down and long for me, which doesn't go well because my offensive line was the next to last pick in the draft, so I don't have a great pass block. So if I get into 3rd and long, I know I'm in trouble. And with you sitting with that Harvey over there on the end, what is he at 12-12?
yeah,
12.
yeah,
Yeah,
didn't
yeah.
do shit tonight.
So 12,
well,
6
that's,
plus 6 plus 12 and 12.
Yeah, that's why
He's
I was throwing at him a couple times. There's a lot of times in the game. What I'll do is I'll throw something away. It's like 3rd and long. It's like, okay, I'm just going to throw into this zone because I want the guy to know I'm going to throw at your 6th linebacker.
Right.
Because it might make a difference later in the game when he keeps him back and doesn't get the blitz. But yeah, that opening drive, I got way lucky with that opening drive to get 7, and that was huge. And coming into this game, I started off in this league. I was 6-2, and I was feeling pretty good about myself. I've lost 5 straight, so I'm sitting at 6-7. I looked at your record, Mike, and you're 5-3, and you've beaten some tough teams. Your 5-3 is against some solid teams. So when I was looking at that today, I was like, oh my gosh, I'm in trouble. And
yeah, I'm like you. I won my first 4. I lost my next 3, and then I had won my last 2.
Okay.
So I was actually 6-3.
Okay.
I played
okay.
Willie last night. I ended up
Okay.
holding on 20-14. But yeah, I know. I looked at your team. You got a tough team. Muster and Harmon, they don't look deadly, but
No.
you just kept slamming it in there with those that average run D, and you were killing me if I didn't fill.
Yes.
And I mean, you didn't hit anything spectacular. I think Muster hit a short gain early in the day, but the 8s and the 7s and the 11s, and I just could not hit anything. I mean, even if you didn't fill,
Oh,
it didn't
I know.
even matter. I'd roll a friggin' -2 or +3. I'd get the +3. Big deal,
Yeah, exactly. And I'm lucky with that, with my number 1 pick, which was that D line. I'm sitting with 2 6s and a 5 or something on my D lines and a 6 nose tackle. So if even if I have 0 men in zone, and it comes up on the defensive rating, it's like I'm going to win most of those because my front 3 is just solid against the run. It's really nice.
Right. Yeah.
And they were getting through in pass rush too. I think the defensive
Yeah, they
line.
were.
Yeah.
I was getting some. I mean, there's a couple of times where I got sacks. I think I was rushing 3. I wasn't even sending an extra guy.
Yep, and then they were important sacks too.
Oh, absolutely.
Yep, coming up
Absolutely.
right there.
Not really. I mean, I wasn't moving the ball. I couldn't do anything with 2 59-yard kick returns. I don't know what I expected to do with the whole
believe you got
field.
2 of those.
Early in the game, I think my first drive, I drove down the field and it was a 3rd down, and you doubled, and you stopped a completion on a double.
Yep.
And I don't know whether it would have been a touchdown or ball at the 1. I think it was a +12 if you didn't double.
Yep.
And
it was a double against Metzelaars, I believe. It was a fantastic call, right? It was a Metzelaars double. Yeah.
I know, of all guys too.
Of all guys, yeah. That's just one
research.
where you have to tip your hat to Dennis on that one. I mean,
I know.
And Dennis, speak to your research there. Go ahead.
I do some research. Before a game, if I have time, I'll try to go in and look at a guy's tendencies. I'll try to see who they target on 3rd down. 3rd and 10. Who are they targeting? What are they doing? And touchdowns. Like going into the game, what I had was Meckler had 5 touchdown passes. Metzelaars had 4. So it's like, okay, he likes to go to those guys. So it was that situation. You got one guy sitting out there on a 0. So I'm thinking he's probably thinking I'm going to double that guy. But I just, sometimes you get a hunch. You look at your sheet that you've been studying, and it's like, I'm going to go after this guy. And it just seemed to work. It worked out this time.
Yeah, I was so distraught. I was so distraught on that play. I ran in and I looked at all my other wideouts. The only one that had a TD actually was Toon. It was not Toon, Moore. I mean,
Okay.
yeah, more. Everyone else, it was incomplete. So I actually
Okay.
felt a little bit better after that. The 11 roll.
Longest play of the game
Okay.
was 19 yards from scrimmage.
Wow.
And that was
That's
that.
it,
I think McKellar's guessed wrong completion on his card, maybe for 19. Nobody beat that. So nothing even got into the 20s.
Yeah, the Metzelars had a 19
Jeez.
too.
And
Wow.
Gentry provided the only fireworks, and as Michael said, he couldn't do anything with it.
No, I mean, the sum of the game for me was, I think it was 2nd and 11. I think I was on my 12. Yeah, of course I ran it wrong, got a -1. And in a 2nd and 11, and you sacked me, and I lost 10
Yes.
yards.
Yes.
The sack die came up 10. I think it was a short pass, so it was only 10. 12, it would have been a safety. Well, anyway, so I end up at my 2. And of course, it couldn't have been a 7-yard sack or an 8-yard sack to where I got the 19 on the flat.
Yes,
And I
I
ended
saw
up
that.
2 yards short, and that killed that drive. But I mean, it was another time you had 4th and 1. I had 4th and 1. We both punted.
Yeah, we both did. But yeah, on that one there in particular, I had you back down to the 1 or the 2 yard line, and it's 3rd and long. So I'm sitting there going, okay, I'm just going to send these guys in. Maybe I'll get a safety, get 2 points. And sure enough, you get the flat zone, and the short pat or the short gain comes up, and I was like, oh, that would not have been fun to get burned on that.
And a nice punt after that too. No turnovers in the game, which is kind of rare for this. Yeah,
league. Absolutely.
I've been playing turnover free ball. I can't remember the last turnover I had.
You only have 7 giveaways, and that's by design. I mean, that's not by luck. You drafted that way, and Ramsey,
I can't take. That's another thing, Dennis.
You typically have a few per game both ways. You have 43 turnovers in your game so far, but clean this one.
Yeah, that was another one, Dennis. The first play of the game, you threw a bomb, and I left my zone.
Yes.
I saw you like to throw the bombs to Fernandez, but I'm like, I'm pretty conservative. He's not going to do this on the first play. You throw a bomb, it would have been a pick.
Yeah.
It would have been a pick.
Back there.
And then later on, I kept missing the doubles. There was a double late. I double Brown. If I double Galt, it would have been a pick. And then another one, you kept rolling one off the pick split.
Yes, I saw that. There was one drive.
Twice.
Yeah, twice in a row.
Twice it happened.
A good D would have gotten you both of those, Michael.
Yeah, that's true.
I don't know if it was on Kelly's card though. But
no, it was on the defensive.
No, it was on the
defense. No, it was on defense. Yes, it was.
Oh yeah, I couldn't do a thing right. I couldn't get a thing.
And then I remember there was another time where you had I don't know, you 2nd down or 3rd down. I think it was 2nd down and kind of long, and you went Brooks, and I called pass, and I think a 10 roll came up, and you missed. It would have been a +45 if it was an 11. Just barely missed that.
Well, there was another one. I think it was the second half kickoff. I got the second half kickoff, and I was like, oh, should I run it here? Should I pass it? And I go, well, let me mix it up a little bit. And I ended up, I think I threw a bomb.
Yeah, you did.
The roll was a 2.
Yep.
Yes.
It was a 2, and Brooks would have had a long gain.
Oh, gosh.
On an end run. Or, listen, you could have called right. It was a long gain. If I just ran Brooks, he's got long gain on right or wrong.
The Bergen completion too, guessed wrong short pass. You were 2 through 9 good, and it hit the 10. Was also killer. It was and it was kind of both ways. I mean, not trying to take away, Dennis, from your win. It was just really interesting to see, some of those rolls, and Brooks just couldn't get it to his card. It's just not very often you're going to hold Drake at the 7 first downs.
I'm looking at that right now. I didn't even realize that until now. 7 first downs and 1 for 11 on 3rd. That's incredible.
Yeah, in the middle of the game, I looked at it quickly. I was 1 for 8, and you were 6 for 12, and I was like, "Yeah, this is a recipe for disaster." Although your 3rd downs were 3rd and 3, 3rd and 2, and you'd get 3 or 2, or you'd run the draw play. You burned me on that one time.
Yeah, I did
for friggin' 19 yards.
And Dennis, I do like your running game. You were the last guy to get a runner on your squad. But you talk about your offensive line, but you put those runners behind that run blocking offensive line, and those guys are not household names. They're not gonna, you're gonna pick up more pass calls probably than anybody. Yeah. And they can do some damage behind that good line.
And that's exactly what I went for. You know, when I was putting my team together, you know, I got Kelly, and then when it was finally time to get running backs, I remember Anthony, you mentioned I should have got I think your fullback. Your fullback is
Hayward. Yeah.
Hayward, yeah. But when I was looking at those two guys, I liked Mustard like flat pass. Mustard's very good on the flat pass, better than Hayward, better short pass as well. And I thought with my team, you know, I'm probably going to need to dink and dunk a little bit to get that pass rush off me. So yeah, I grabbed Mustard and Harmon, and then when it was time to pick my O-line, you know, pass blocking wasn't there, but the O-line I got for run blocking was solid. It was like, I think, like a top 5 team for pass blocking. And I thought, I already have good enough receivers to pass. I have a good enough quarterback to pass. I need to make my run work. So, you know, a lot of these roles go on those offensive line cards. So yeah, it's worked out well for me. So it's making it all work so far. Well, 7-7 worked, not quite to the dance yet, but this winning tonight was huge. If I had lost tonight, I'd have been 6-8, would have had to win 3 straight. So now I'm 7-7, and you know, I have to win 2 out of 3.
Yeah, with just 3 games left, you have Philadelphia, Emerald Isle, and Pittsburgh left.
Yeah,
2 out of 3 there. Emerald Isle struggled, but is due. Warren Moon
exactly.
is certainly due. Philadelphia is a challenging team to defend against with Sanders and Marino, and then Pittsburgh brings those New Orleans linebackers. A little bit easier to defend though with Harbaugh and Neal. Not really either of them a guessed wrong monster. So
true,
but a tough defense nonetheless with those linebackers, and gotta get 2 out of 3. You know, it's. And
speaking of Barry Sanders, what is his fumble rating? Because looking at him, he's got 116 carries and no fumbles yet. I thought he had a high fumble rating.
Sanders does have a elevated fumble. It's not bad.
Yeah,
it's elevated.
Okay.
Yeah, it's elevated.
Okay. Yeah, 116 no fumbles. That's pretty nice.
All right, guys. Any other comments before we wrap it up?
I just feel lucky to get this one. I got some nice rolls when I needed them, and it's always fun to play Mike. So it was enjoyable.
Well, congrats on the win. Congrats on the win. Thanks,
I saw you
for joining.
I saw you needed 3 out of 4, Dennis. So yeah, this was a big game for you, no doubt.
It was. So we'll see. We'll see if I can make it work.
Yeah, congratulations. Good luck rest of the way.
All right, guys.
Have a good night. Ramstein wins over Drake. Ramstein, excuse me. By the way, Dennis.
Yes.
Were you in the Air Force or something? What?
No. Ramstein is a heavy metal band from Germany.
Okay, all right.
If
there's
you want
an Air Force base. There's an Air Force.
Exactly. Yeah. My dad was in the Air Force, so I was an Air Force brat growing up. We lived all over. We never went to Germany. We lived in upstate New York, Plattsburgh, back east for a while. But yeah, Ramstein is the name of a heavy metal band. If you want a little fun, go onto YouTube and search Ramstein. And yeah, it's pretty heavy stuff. So Ramstein Fire, they have a lot of fire on stage, so that's where I got the name Ramstein Fire.
Got it.
Yeah. So anyway.
Well, very good.
Cool.
Okay, guys.
All right, guys. Have a good night.
All right. Bye.
Bye now.
Bye-bye.